the most respected chairman of CAT Theni, Dr. K. Balraman, former Vice Chancellors of Tamilnadu Agricultural University, Dr. C. Ramaswamy and Dr. P. Murugesa Bhupati, Secretary of the College, Mrs. Prabha Vikram and Mr. Vikram, and our Professor Soil Science retired Dr. Murugappan, and the Principal Dr. K. Sivasubramaniam, our Tamilnadu Agricultural University ex-board member, and Board of Trustees, the proud alumni of CAT Theni, Chairman of Imayam College and his son representing Imayam College, teaching and non-teaching staff of CAT Theni, the graduating students, parents of the graduating students, press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank the chairman for giving me an opportunity to come here for the graduation day. As far as CAT Theni is concerned, very excellent academic performance with 98% pass percentage. Another important thing is, this is the only college which got first accreditation, and 4 more colleges have got accreditation. You can clap because it is because of you. And I'm very happy that your chairman is motivating all the students by way of even announcing cash prizes. It's very unique in nature. For that, he has to have big heart. So for that, we can appreciate him definitely. And when I just heard the progress that was done for the past 3 years, again, it's really impressive with a lot of job opportunity, and you people have really scored well, and your seniors have really scored well with good employment capabilities. So I'm really thoroughly impressed with that. Okay, so now let me just talk something about the challenges in agriculture. You know, we are all agriculture graduates. What challenges we have in front of us? First thing is increase in demography. That is the biggest challenge. Okay, by 2050, the globe is going to hold 10 billion people. Okay, that means our food production has to increase at least by 70% by 2050. That is not far away. We are almost 25 years, just a gap between the targeted time of 2050 and now. So we need to definitely think in a different way. The young minds have to work on a different way. Okay, so that is the biggest challenge we have. And another important thing is almost when we just look at the people who go hungry, 700 million people are going hungry on bed. So that is the biggest thing which is happening over the globe. Fortunately not in India, but mostly in African countries and other underdeveloped countries, people are really hungered. Okay, but one more important thing that we have to keep in mind is there is also a lot of food wastages happening which need to be again taken care of. The second important issue is natural resources. How do we use the natural resources? Almost if we just take into consideration of what is happening to our soils, 25% of the cultivable land are already degraded. Especially in India, more than that is degraded. If you just look at the organic carbon content, it was something around 0.8% some 20-30 years before. Now it is close to 0.5 to 0.6%. That is the way the organic carbon content is going down. Okay. The third important challenge is, on top of it, the irrigation facilities. If we want to create irrigation facilities, $1 trillion have to be spent only in developing countries to increase the potential of irrigated agriculture. So that is again a biggest challenge. On top of everything, we have got climate change as the biggest challenge, biggest threat to the mankind. So we are going to see the conditions which we have not experienced before. That is going to happen very frequently in terms of climate variability and climate change. In one particular season itself, we can experience both drought and flood. In the initial phase, we may have excess rainfall, but when the water is needed in the later phase, it may end up with drought. So there is the biggest question mark that regarding the food security. So we are expecting that the changes will lead to uncertainty in food production and reduction in total global food production itself. So that is the biggest challenge which we are thinking of. So if you just see the growth of the agriculture per se, Okay, now we are talking about agriculture 4.0. That means what was happening in the 3 eras of agriculture. In the first era, agriculture 1.0, we have been concentrating on little bit of mechanization. Okay, especially in the cotton industry with the cotton growers, ginning, and then automatic separation of lint and seed from the cotton. That was the first leap on the mechanization side, that we called it as agriculture 1.0. And then next came, this happened in 18th century over. And then in the 19th century, the agriculture 2.0 came, where there were a lot of improvements happened in the industry side, especially on the transport side, the aviation side, railways, and all those things. This helped mostly in taking the inputs as well as machineries and also the producers from one place to other place. That helped in making a big market. Okay, so that was the big boon in agriculture 2.0. But agriculture 3.0, in that we had lot of other things that was happening with industrial involvement. Mainly the telephone and then the bulbs, everything was invented, and that actually has given lot of way for increasing the agriculture. And then we started using high yielding varieties, and we have started using pesticides, we have started using lot of fertilizers and so on. So this coincided with the Green Revolution. So with the Green Revolution, we could maximize the food production, but at the same time, we have not taken enough care to our environment as well as to the soils. That was the biggest thing which we have done it in the agriculture 3.0. Now we are talking about the era of agriculture 4.0. What difference is this with agriculture 4.0? There are a lot of things happening, especially the smart farming. We are taking care of all automated things. Automation is happening. We are concerning about our environment, because we need to keep the safe environment for the future generation to live in. So we are also taking care of the food security, safer food production, taking care of the environment, reducing the input use efficiency, at the same time using all possible technologies. So this is the way we want to take it, agriculture 4.0. So if we want to take with agriculture 4.0, what are all the ways and means? One thing is produce differently. Don't go with the normal production. Produce differently using all new technologies. To quote few, first one is, I can say, hydroponics. I think you all must be knowing. I'm sure there is a unit in hydroponics for you to learn is available in CAT Theni. If not, also they can create. Okay, so this hydroponics is soilless cultivation. We are giving the water. In the water, we are giving nutrient solutions, and that nutrient solution is getting circulated among the plants, and it uses very less water. With 4% of water that uses in open cultivation, the hydroponics can happen. Then you can imagine the efficiency of this system. So this is possible even in any environment, urban environment, rural environment, anywhere it can happen. So this is one good technology which will definitely go towards agriculture 4.0. The another technology is algal feedstock. You know, the algae are the biggest source which we have not yet exploited. Okay, if we grow algae from 1 acre, per year, we can produce 19,000 liters of fuel. Just you can think of the potential of algae. Not only for fuel production, but also as a feed, we can grow the algae. This algae can be grown in any environment. For example, even in brackish water, where the other crops cannot grow, even in the polluted water, this algae can be grown. So this is one particular field which we need to exploit it further. Another one is bioplastic. No, if you just go into the ocean or if you go into any site, the plastic is the major polluter which we are finding it. Now we are going with the bioplastics. Bioplastic means it is not a plastic exactly. The cellulose-rich material or hardened to produce the elasticity material so that it can act as a bioplastic. So this is one of the field that we are actually venturing into, and Tamilnadu Agricultural University in Nanotechnology Department, they are doing a wonderful job in creating the nanoplastic films and nanoplastic bags wax, which will get degraded, and even if you plant it, it will just get disintegrated and degraded. So this is one area where a lot of things are happening. Another important thing is digital agriculture. Digital agriculture is really, really important, and in this digital agriculture, like a lot of things are happening. One thing is, like, you can get the information as quickly as possible, like it can move to the people, mass of the people at a go. If you have some 80 lakh farmer, if you just think of Tamil Nadu, we have got total of 80 lakh farmers. If we want to reach all of them at a go, with a click of a button, the message could go. So the digital agriculture is one platform which will take the extension into a new height. Another one is desert agriculture. Have you ever thought of, even in some of the country like Saudi Arabia, now they are growing vegetables that they wanted for their own local needs. Okay, so a lot of improvements have happened. There are different kind of greenhouses are coming up. Especially if you go with a normal greenhouse, you have to use water for irrigation, you have to use fuel for cooling as well as heating up the system. Whereas there are other greenhouses like solar greenhouses has come up, and Australia has demonstrated in so well in that the water from the sea is taken and it is purified and used into the greenhouses, and the solar power is used. Like a lot of solar energy we do have. So such systems we have to follow it in the new era. Another important thing which is becoming in the new era is gene editing. Let's say one particular variety, we are finding that it is high yielding, but at the same time it is having some disadvantageous characters like disease resistance, disease susceptibility and so on. So the people or biotechnologists are identifying the gene that is actually responsible for susceptibility of the disease. They are playing with that. That is called genetic engineering. They are upregulating the character of the gene so that it makes the plant resistant to diseases. I'm just quoting one example, but there are many ways we can do it. Okay, so that is another area where we can do it. And another thing is, like now we are playing with the growth regulators and plant hormones. Okay, so to boost the crop yield, just with the 15 to 20% increase in yield can happen. So this is one area where we can definitely work on. Yet another interesting thing is happening around the globe. I don't know how many of you are knowing 3D footprinting. Okay, so if we have some old age homes are there, some people have diabetic issues, some people have some teeth ache or something, some people have cardiac issues and so on. So what this 3D footprinting is doing is, according to the prescription of the doctor, it takes the ingredient, it makes the palatable food and it presents it to the consumer. So that kind of technology is emerging out, and it is a wonderful technology. Now it is the emerging field, people are working on it. So this is again another technology. Then urban farming. This is again another technology which we need to concentrate on this urban farming, where we are suggesting the terrace farming, we are suggesting the vertical farming. Even some of the newly constructed shopping malls, they have got facility to hold the plants and materials that can serve for the, like a salad and kind of things, indoor plants that can be kept in the vertical farming. So there are a lot of things are happening. So in the marketing side, blockchain technology is one of the very important thing which is happening around the globe. There is RFID technology where you can find out from where the food was produced and where it got processed and where it is sold. If, for example, if you are doing something with the copra here, that copra is going to Delhi for marketing. In Delhi, they can just scan the barcode and find out from which farm the copra was taken and it got processed and so on. So that kind of technology is available. Blockchain technology is also helping minimizing the wastage and also improving the farmer's income. So there are lots of things happening in the agriculture. So future farms need to be very smart, climate smart, nutrient smart and market smart, intelligence, robotics, so many things are happening. And thanks to COVID, COVID has created lot of stress to the mankind, but it also thrown some of the opportunities to the mankind. Okay, so many people who have been excelling in the engineering side, in the software side, they have come back to agriculture. They are doing lot of innovations, especially on the robotics and automatics, machine learning and IoT side. So it is actually agriculture is welcoming, changes are happening in agriculture, and you, the younger generation, are here, and I'm sure that you people will rock in your future endeavors, and you must be having, each one of you must be having lot of innovative ideas, crystallize them into a business model, get the help from your seniors and the technocrats, and definitely you will become an entrepreneur. Rather than job seekers, you can become the job providers. Okay, so with these few words, I take this opportunity to wish all of you a great success in all your endeavor, and I congratulate the CAT Theni management for producing the wonderful lot of manpower in agriculture sector. Thank you, everyone.